But most people on this app that argue saying you can lose your salvation, I just don't have time for them. Because they don't want to hear anything that comes from the scriptures, and they base everything on their feelings. They misrepresent what once saved, always saved even means. They think it means, oh, I can live in sin all I want, blah, blah, blah. And it's such a disrespectful tone. So I'll just say this. If you want to continue your life thinking that you can lose your salvation, go at it. Go on living your life walking in fear. Go on living your life not trusting God. Go on living your life believing that God, who knows everything and knows tomorrow, is going to get surprised by something you do tomorrow. I'm going to go on following the word of God. You know, the word that says, he who began a mighty work in you will bring it to completion. So if someone doesn't make it to completion, I'm going to believe that God didn't start that work rather than thinking God failed that work. I'm going to keep believing Hebrews 10 when it says that Christ, by his one sacrifice, is going to perfect all being sanctified. I'm going to go ahead and trust Romans 4 when it says that he counts no sins of his believers. I'm going to go ahead and trust 1 John when it says that he is the advocate whenever we sin. I'm going to go ahead and trust John chapter 6 when it says he will lose none out of his hand. I'm going to go ahead and trust Jesus when he said, I will not forsake you. And the truth of the matter is this, if you believe that you can lose your salvation, then that means you believe you have to earn your salvation. And there's nothing you can say to prove that wrong. It's not a free gift if there's a contingency. If I said, hey, I'm going to give your kids $1 million when I die, but between now and then, your kids cannot move out of the state. If they end up not moving out of the state and I die and they get that $1 million, it was not a free gift. They earned it because they kept the rule that I set in place. They accomplished the mission. They met the contingency. And for that, they became rewarded. That which cannot be gained by anything cannot therefore be lost by anything. The biggest problem is people would rather doubt the word of God rather than doubt somebody's salvation. Because I always hear, well, I know somebody who fell away. Oh, so instead of doubting the fact that maybe they were never saved, you'd rather doubt the word of God? If John said if they left us, they were never of us, why are you doubting that? Believing you can lose your salvation is just another way that human pride gets involved in this thing. Like, look, it's possible. I haven't done it yet, though. I haven't lost my salvation yet. And honestly, like I said, the conversation is pointless. Why would I argue with someone about if you can lose your salvation or not? If you really want to believe that, go ahead. At this point, go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and focus on the people who are not saved at all. They need to hear the gospel. You've already heard it. And clearly you don't fully understand it if you think that you can lose this free gift called salvation.